Okay, guys. Hey, it's Amarachi. The Love Doctor is here. I'm sure you've missed me just as much as I've missed myself. But today, I had to take a minute to share this with you because, it's been a lot going on and a lot of us have been discouraged and just been unsure with a lot of uncertainty with everything that's going on. But in that time, we're trying to get back to ourselves. So we fast forward. The other day, I made a post on my page and, everything's good, going along, happy-go-lucky, and all of a sudden I get this message in my DM. I'm like, oh, okay, who is? And the message says, you should listen to your husband because he owns you. And I said, oh, excuse me, I hope you don't have that beautiful woman over there with you enslaved. And he proceeds to give me a full-fledged Bible study in my DM about the man and woman, wife, husband, marriage debacle that isn't relevant to what he said of being owned by your husband. Okay, now let's just start there. First of all, nobody owns you. Now you can submit to God or submit to your husband or submit to an entity, whichever one that is that you follow, in order to be in agreement with that person. But as far as owning, I think slavery was abolished in like 1861, 1865. I'm not sure. I'm not a history buff. But I know that grown people don't own anybody. I don't even own my kids. Let the state tell it if you start beating them. But anyway, he goes into what the Bible says about marriage and how the woman should submit to her husband. First of all, I'm a free will, free thinking being. Okay, now I get it because I am a Christian and I do follow the way of the Lord and I do want to be submissive to my husband. But it also says that husbands should love their wives just as Christ loved the church. Now, what is the definition of love? Now, I don't have the whole definition here, but it starts love is patient, kind, loving, true, forbearing, like it's a whole thing. Like love can't be explained. Okay, God is love. That's all I need to say. So if I'm submitting to love, I'm not submitting to somebody who thinks I'm property. I'm not submitting to somebody who thinks, oh, that's mine, I own that. No, you can't own anything that's a free will. That is why Eve was able to make a choice to eat the apple. And then, just as women would be, we're so convincing and we are so helpful, she went and she took it to Adam and he ate it because we have that kind of influence. Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing because that's why we're in this mess now. I mean, if she would have been on her stuff, we wouldn't even be in a mess. But because she wasn't, now we're in a mess. We got to carry the baby for 9 months and have pain. That's nothing. So I'm carrying your babies. I'm doing all this and that. I'm helping you become a better man. I'm helping you grow as you are. But women, if you want to look at it, are kind of the smarter beings of the two. I mean, and I say that with all due respect because I respect my man, the man, and his position as head of the household. But y'all know that if it was for women, all these wars, all this craziness, police brutality, all that would not be happening if men would listen to women and their perspective on things that can neutralize problems and be progressive and productive. Being the fact that you're saying you own me, so what am I fighting for? Like, I can go to school, I can get a job, even though we're still fighting for all our equal rights. But I can get a job, I can go to school, I can have kids, I can buy a car, I can do whatever I want to do. But when it comes to my husband, I'm his property. When they did that back in the 18th, 17th, all the centuries, even back to the church century, you see how destructive that was. For like, widows didn't even own anything. Their husband can die and they can just be left destitute. So now their burden falls on the community. But that's not the day and age in 2020. If I can go outside and I can say Black Lives Matter and I can wear what I want and do it, man, if I want to, I'll jump on this table, start twerking right now because I'm grown. But because I respect my situation, and as a wife, you're going to respect your husband, you're not going to do that because you know that's not going to be progressive and productive to your relationship and to your family and to what you're building. So with that being said, I really did kind of think that was a topic that should be addressed because with what we're fighting for today, I want everybody to understand that we have a free choice and you can serve two entities. You can serve God or you can serve Satan. I hope that your husband is not serving the latter. But in case he is, if you want to submit to him, by all means, please submit to his lead and his rule and be of help to him as a helpmate. But if you don't want to be owned, which we're not going to be, then we have to continue to be our own self and know what is good for us in our movement. Okay?